Hello, everybody, and welcome to a critically average adventure. And welcome to this adventure where our protagonists have a split party. One of them has ventured off to find their family, their long lost family stored inside a Eldritch Rubik cube. The the rest of them have battled across the wastes of Frohas, yet again encountering all manner of strange oddities, long lost temples, and buried dragon parts to the city of the Norn, and have met with their religious leaders, have returned the heart of one of the most powerful clerics, that of uh got a name here, one of the most powerful clerics to them, to Tisrael, the priestess of the Norn. You are currently staying with an individual in the Norn household. He is giving you bed and born by a dragonborn by the name of Krelor Krek. And he hosts you at his dwelling, which is buried halfway inside the mountain. You are resting, you are recovering, you are recuperating, you are eating the most delicious fresh food, beautiful ripe berries and things like that, at his manor, which is about 2 acres, you reckoned, of land and house and stuff built inside of this mountain, which you also kind of experience some sort of strange false sunlight that kind of came down and allowed kind of planted gardens, like quite regal, formal gardens with, borders and growing things. It is quite a strange contrast to everything else that you've seen outside. The Norn city is a stacked, think George, think Minas Tirith, like stacked high walls, multi-tiered. We're talking wedding cake city built of granite, basically, like solid, huge blocks, but the blocks so big that giants must have moved them. It is very tiered, and within those tiers, they represent levels of authority within the city also. So on lower levels, people were moving away from Krell or Krek, or as he went up, it became more of a mutual respect. And as you reach higher levels, it became more that they were he had to give way to the other people that would pass him, and they would kind of, it's a caste system effectively, and it's represented quite visually within the physical layers of this place. However, where we start is not going to be with our folks there who are resting and recuperating and doing some stuff. And I believe Ray needs to go shopping for some bits and bobs. But we start.
Can I remember the exact kind of bullshit I was trying to do?
No, you come on, Jack. It's you. Your encyclopedic memory for weird crap will be like.
Sorry.
Go
The
on.
last
I was
thing we
joking.
heard was you telling us that the king was in mourning because someone from the other group killed his brother.
Yeah.
I also like when on Wednesday's campaign, JC Jin turned to me and went, "How do you know more about this game than I do?" And I went,
Because you absorb knowledge quite well, I think, and store it in your very marvelous, wonderful, special brain.
He was also making me a belt.
Yeah, he's making you a belt.
Oh, and I have wings now.
Yeah, but we don't have any of them because we hid them because we can't bring dragon parts to the Dragon City.
Yeah, true. Get them with the dragon bones.
Mora Rook. You watch.
Yeah, we're going to say that. Hello.
We watch the arc of an axe head glide through the sky. Perfect arc against blue. And thunk down and the log splits. Ali, can you let Toby out, please?
Yeah, sure. Come on.
And splits completely asunder and falls to the side, and you brush with the end of the axe them into the pile of logs that you're chopping. The sun is high and the sky is clear blue.
Out.
It's so peaceful. You look around at your small holding and you can see that everything's growing well. And you put your hands on your hips just for a second and just prick your back and take your hand and run it over your full stomach. And you feel, you take your other hand and wipe your brow through that long hair, and it beads of sweat come away where your skin is exposed. Yes?
I might need to pause it because I let Popeye out as well.
Where's Mummy? Get her. You wipe your hand against your brow and look round at the plants and everything that are growing. The heavy drone of bees hum by your head. They kind of buzz around you for a second. You wave your hand and then they're off to the next bloom, the next blossom. And you walk along to the canes that are supporting these beautiful tomato plants, and you can't help, even though you're full and you know you shouldn't, but that one looks so ripe, and you just give it that little twist and it comes away, and it's still warm from the sun in your hand, and you pop that ripe juicy tomato in your mouth and it bursts inside with sweet flavor. And smoke rises behind you as you turn round. It lazily wafts out of a chimney. You could just see maybe one or two bricks of behind the hills of home, as you fondly referred to them as. It's been lovely being back. Back? Back from where? Oh, back from fetching logs. Yeah, back from lunch. As you sit and look at your plants and you think, I'll just take 5 minutes, and start wandering in between the little veg patches, and you pull off a couple of little caterpillars and chuck them away and tend to the cabbages and the vegetables that are looking wonderful. You reach a patch of ground and you stare, frustrated as hell, at this patch of ground. You have dug it. You have manured it. You have tilled, watered, put several different layers of drainage on this patch. Will these cucumbers grow? Will they damn well grow? Nothing will grow here. Everything that you've tried to plant for the last 2 seasons, it's not grown on this patch of land. You're at your wit's end here. What would you like to do?
Bed.
Shit. Okay. What have I got? I need to remember what I've got. Not a lot.
You would have
I'm
with
gonna
you
get.
on your small holding any basic farm tool you need, by the way. Rakes, hoes,
Okay.
spades, shovels, that kind of stuff. They are easily accessible to you here.
Okay. I'm actually gonna, because I'm assuming that when I've been planting stuff before, it's kind of just been with like dig it, plant it,
Mm-hmm.
fine. I'm gonna get down on my hands and knees And actually, I'm going to kind of like closer, like inspect the soil closer. Like actually kind of get down, take a proper look at it, and see if I can see anything that would make it not grow.
Make me a nature check.
It's a 15.
You kind of pick it up. It feels somehow tacky. You smell it. Smell of iron comes to you. Metallic tang.
I'm kind of digging a bit with my hands.
Yeah,
My
your
paws.
claws start. I mean,
yeah.
your hands have always been calloused, but now they've got the hard work of days and days and days of tilling and farming on it, and they don't feel the soil really. And your claws are so packed up with mud. What harm is it going to be a little bit more? You start to dig, and then you hear this like a whistle.
Yeah, kind of look up and see where, like, look in the direction that I think it came from.
You see a man, human, in one of those ridiculously large straw hats. It's clearly woven themselves and kind of goes out in a wide brim, a loose shirt that kind of barely fits. It's overly sized. This guy's scrawny, like really, really thin. But the skin's so dark and tanned by days toiling in the sun, and this kind of really baggy pair of dungarees where the shirt goes in but it's not tucked in. It doesn't need to be tucked in. It sits inside the brown dungaree, and the white shirt has, like, you know, the pocket's been restitched with really, really rough red thread where it's been pulled away because it's been stuffed too full of something at some point. And then hanging along the belt seem to be like some trowels and little tools, and you can see that there's a hanky in one pocket, and he pulls it out and goes, oh, lovely day for it.
Yes, it's almost too good. This patch of soil just doesn't seem to take.
Well, probably not.
What do you mean?
Well, it's not meant to be planted on.
Why not? I've prepared it perfectly. There's drainage, irrigation, the works.
Yeah, you've tried very hard, haven't you?
Well, yes, of course.
You're trying at the wrong thing, I think. He moves
What do you
closer
mean?
to you. He walks closer to you and kind of stands beside the patch and then rocks on his feet beside you. You know his feet are bare. And you notice now you're closer that the stains, the kind of green-fingered stain isn't just a green-fingered stain. It's also green toad stain. And there is a greenish hue to the flesh underneath the tanning and brown.
Do you mean I'm doing it wrong?
No, it's just the wrong purpose.
What's the purpose then?
We could put some that end. That would be respectful. But to do it on top is a bit odd.
Do you mean on top? On top of what?
Well, where we put it.
Where we put what? Speak plainly.
You came to me.
What?
Make me an intelligence check.
That is a grand total of 3.
You still have no idea who this scrawny individual is. You came to me. You asked me. You made me dig.
Why would I make you dig in my home? On my farm, in my fields?
That's what it looks like. It's connected, you see. It's slipping. It's been in there too long.
Slipping. What do you mean?
Well, this was elsewhere, wasn't it? If you remember.
No, this has always been my home.
Yeah.
Those mountains over there, that house.
Yeah, but it wasn't always here. It was outside, wasn't it?
Do you mean outside? We are outside.
You really have been in here too long, haven't you? Look. And he starts brushing away the soil a little bit with one of his trowels. He begins to uncover a skull. That's why it's the wrong purpose. This is not a place for planting flowers. We made it a place for planting a body. But this is linking to the house, to the manor, the old Sletney place. I've been head
Why do I know
gardener.
that name? Why do I know that name, Sletney?
You're bound to one of them, I believe.
I don't know anyone called Sletney.
What about Chess?
Chess.
Make me intelligence save with advantage. Or check. Sorry, check.
Oh, that's better. That is a 19.
Something about that name triggers this view of a wild-eyed, wistful individual that you took under your wing in a city of snow? An inn? And then, like, something about a guy called Ed. And then you get a vision of a surly human staring at you disapproved as you can smell the scent of burning hair. You see a tabaxi screaming in your face, but the sound is muted. And you see an insane inventor building a mechanical cat. And then you see someone, this beautiful red-haired elf with the largest flagon of something that tastes spicy and delicious just to your tasting. And you chin it together and glug it down. You start remembering. Start remembering where you are. You are inside of a cube. This is a world within a cube. Your homeland stolen from the face of Earl, trapped deep inside a cube to save it from a terrible war, to preserve it, to keep it forever beautiful and untarnished by those who would do harm to the innocents that lived there. And you've returned. 2 seasons pass. 2 seasons.
How do I get back there? I'm going to kind of like as soon as I start to remember it, like everything's kind of back in my head. I'm assuming that's going to be quite painful.
Okay. Sorry, say again. Everything's flooding back into your
No,
head.
that's right. Yeah, I assume that would be quite painful having everything come back at once.
It's not necessarily painful. It's that lurch in your stomach.
Yeah.
Like when the pit of your stomach drops out. And you remember the narrative. It's like when you wake from a dream.
Hmm.
But this is like you're still living the dream. You just have knowledge that there's a world outside.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna basically like spring up to full height, and I'm
You
literally turn
tower
to
over
him.
this little guy.
How do I get back there?
Oh, yeah. Well, if you want to come back with me, I can show you the way.
Back to the frozen lands.
Frohast, it's called.
Yes, Frost. You can show me.
Of course, I'll take you now if you wish to come with me.
Yes, go. Let's go. Right
I
now.
have a method with doors, you see. I can open them to various places. Do you remember me?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Yes. Cool. Of course, yes, I
Just
bought
call
a
me
body.
Al or Keith.
Al, yes. Yes. Of course, yes. I bought that body here and you helped me hide it, of course. That's why the crops wouldn't grow.
Well, come on then. I suppose we better get a move on. Can't be here all day. Well, come over to this old... Let's go over to that hillock there. I can open a door there, I suppose. Come on.
Thank you. I'll
And
go where he tells me to go.
he moves his hand and just draws a door in the long grasses. He doesn't even touch the grass. He just kind of like does it in front of it. And it like cuts a hole in reality. And he kind of just turns like an imaginary doorknob and then opens a section of reality. And you can see inside a glass arboretum. Glass ceilinged, beautiful planted beds, little pathways that lead in between. This is I fell through it. I was careless, but this is the best way for you to come back.
Thank you. I will. I'll be back soon.
Okay, well, come on through then. Come on through. Did you step through the door?
Yes.
Just before you do, you hear, Rook! Rook!
Is it coming from the door or from behind me?
It's from the house. Rook! Have you
I'm gonna
got
turn
that
around.
firewood yet?
Bastard. I'm gonna turn around.
Mm-hmm. You can see someone coming towards you, dressed in a long smock with a pinafore down the front. They have their hand scooping out and shaking out seed, and chickens and ducks and things gaggle and quack and chase around her feet. And she hasn't looked up to you. Martha, that's Jeffries. Don't. You are a naughty duck. And she just shakes some more out. She goes, Rook, like the little ones are getting frustrated. They're getting cold. It's time for their bath. Have you finished with that firewood yet? This is your chance. If you step away now, they won't know where you've gone. If you tell them, they may never forgive you.
I'm gonna walk backwards through the door.
Mhm.
As I do, I'm gonna call out, "Won't be a minute. I'll be back soon." And just through the door and close it on the way behind me.
She glances up. They don't even see the door close, but you kind of look through the door, almost like you're looking through a glass panel, and you see them run up the path to where you were. Glance about a foot from your face, looking frantically for you. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, everybody. Right. I'm going to leave Rook with that for a little while to settle in. Are you okay, George? Okay, cool. Back in the city of Norn, you are rested with the Dragonborn Krelog Rek. His apartments are lush and you are finally rested, so if everyone needs it, please take long rests.
Yeah.
Rook, if you haven't and your sheet's a bit out of skew, please have rested. You are very well rested. What are we doing as the dawn comes on the next morning when you're due to meet the king of Norn, Yviknus Norn?
I'm getting up early,
Mhm.
finding somewhere where they're not going to see me, and preparing my spells.
Okay.
Because I don't think doing what Ray does to prepare spells is something you should do in front of people, because in the fact that some of it involves explosives.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So just find a corner where he's not going to see you loading ammunition.
Yeah, you
Then pack it all away.
probably, with your intelligence, you would probably know that the best place to do that is probably the car.
The cart is miles away.
It's a fair way. It's a fair trek. It would take you, but early morning you can walk through the streets or whatever.
Okay. I should also check on my new friend.
Rowan,
I can't remember his name because it's been too long. The
The-
one I gave new hands to.
Rowan,
Brown.
because you thought it would be funny to call him Bro. Oh, sorry, Luke did. So do you do that? Are you doing that? Are you going back and checking? Are you doing this solo? Or are you doing that with your dear friends, Nyala, Ijara, and Arden?
I feel like this is more of a stealthy thing.
Okay. Cool. And you got Scraps has come with you though, so
Yes.
yeah.
George.
Would
First time you meet new Scraps.
yeah.
Scraps 2.0.
Well, I think
Hey, go
it's
blown up.
technically 8, isn't it now, or 7? You've
Yeah,
rebuilt
7, I think it is.
I
But
think
it's the
7.
second one George has met.
Yes. Okay.
Because he gets destroyed a lot.
So you slipped out through the streets early morning, and it's cold and crisp, and there's a few people out in the streets at this level of the Norn Towers, and the city of Norn, and you begin to walk, and you start heading your way down.
The fact that I am sort of on house arrest, does that matter?
He told you didn't have the keys to the city as such, but you've also been told that you were safe by Tisril.
I'm wondering if I have to be careful about guards.
No, I
Okay.
would say you were not having to be careful about guards. You saw humanoids and humans and of various type.
But I stick out.
Yeah.
On a wanting poster, it'll be kind of obvious.
Yeah,
5 foot tall elf with a little dragon.
Yeah. The only things you start seeing on this level are very finely dressed kobolds with little coattails skittering to and fro, like little butler kobolds running about
Okay.
on errands, fetching things. You can see some of them with plates of bowls of like little shopping baskets full of fresh fruit and vegetables and things like that. You can see one like with a loaf of bread tucked under it, saying charging along full speed, heading up the tower.
Okay. I want to head towards the cart and head further down.
You begin to. Yeah, you're on the 3rd level. That's where our man Krellor resides. They start heading down, and you reach that ground level. There's a lot more activity here. Markets being set up for the day. They don't want to
More
trek
Ray.
stuff up the top, you know. That's too. You wouldn't do that anyway. And even the higher folk come down here to get their shop, or at least send a kobold or something. And you can see there's a lot of talk at the stalls, and there's a lot of bartering going on, even at this early hour. And you can smell the smells of the first loaves of bread of the day being baked.
Would it be possible if I do a little flashback?
Okay.
Arden, would it be okay? You said we have party coffers.
Yes, we do.
Can I have 300 gold?
Sure.
No worries. I
There's
borrow
1800
300 gold.
party gold. Take
It's
300
for the
from it,
party.
left with
It's
50.
not just for Ray.
You've got it in your pocket
That's
now.
okay. I trust you.
That's what it's all about. Trust.
And I head towards Browen
And the cart.
and the cart to pick up a few things, just in cases
Sure.
this goes horribly wrong.
Okay. You head back to the cart and you open up its rear door to get in, and you're greeted by the mewing of 21 cats.
Didn't I fix the cats?
Yeah, in the bag.
Oh,
I
have
put
you,
them
are
in a
they away?
bag.
Are they in the bag now? Oh, sorry, I didn't
I
realize
gave it
that had-
Arden.
Oh, it has been happened. I know we talked about it, and they are in now the bag of kittens.
Well, yeah, because it was the last chunk of making time, and
I didn't know you'd actually established them within it. I know you'd made it.
I thought it'd be kind of easy to just throw a chicken leg in there and just hold it
Sure.
open.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm happy for the
Get in the
cats to
bag.
exist in the bag. You open it and you can see that you can see a man with robot hands is kind of scratching his stomach and staring into a fireplace, like sipping a tea, like aimlessly.
You all right, Brown?
Oh, Ray. Hello.
Here to pick up a few things. Nyala made a mistake.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And he just kind of follows you around the room as you start pottering around. You know, when someone stands on the spot and just
Yeah.
watches you do the thing and just
Yeah.
like, anything I can help with?
Yeah. Glass jar full of black powder. Give.
Oh,
It's on the big shelf. Yeah, Nyala put it on the tall shelf. Thank you.
Mhm. There was a moment where he holds it quite close to the fire and you're...
Just... Nope. Okay, I pick up, like... You know this scene that happens in cartoons where they say no weapons allowed and they
Mhm.
bring out an absurd amount of weapons?
Mhm.
That, but backwards. Me just
Mhm.
packing everything into a bag of holding I could possibly need,
Mhm.
including a crossbow as big as I am.
Yeah, lovely.
Rowan, you
Yeah.
okay here for a bit? While I go sort some things.
Yeah, I mean, I popped my head out for a bit.
What do you think?
Dragonborn's, well, pretty stark, isn't it?
Yeah.
No wonder they're so, well, how they are. Live in a place like this is not really inspiring, is it?
Come on. you can
No.
get up.
I made a thing for you. Where did I put it?
You already made me these.
You're a merchant.
Oh, we were talking about selling stuff. I didn't know if you were ready
Yeah.
for that.
I made a thing. It takes a little while.
Okay.
Deal with this first. You okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know where the kitchen is and everything? You need any spending money?
No, it's pretty well. Well, there's quite a lot of stuff in here, you know.
How's grit? And the other one.
You roll me a d4.
Cool. One. So dead.
No, he turns around and goes, "Are there He walks over to a chair and lifts a cushion.
He's lost track of them. Great. Okay, that's a problem for another day.
Around?
And they're not gonna.
I think they might have popped out for a bit.
Is anything missing? I'm asking the DM.
Make me an investigation.
While I was grabbing everything, is there anything missing?
Mm-hmm.
14.
14. There's a couple of things that, like, the cupboards are open here and there. And they're definitely been rifled through. But looking over the stuff, overall, you can't tell that anything's gone missing. No.
Okay. I check on Bjorn and Espen.
Yeah, you go out into the stables.
they're okay.
You can see a younger dragonborn, like not so elaborate frills. They seem to grow more frills and more tendrils as they age. This one's just got kind of like this like short ones that are the beginnings of growing. The kind of more noble statuesque vision of a
How are the bear?
dragonborn.
How are the? I talked to the stable person.
Mm-hmm.
How are Bjorn and Espen?
Oh, they've been quite good guests. I found them some fresh screecher this morning. They've had that down.
Okay, good.
And if you kind of peer over the stall and you can see their happy bloody maws.
Okay, cool. Now, in my head, do we tip stable hands? I'm not entirely sure. This is a cultural thing.
Make me an insight. Kind of culture, if he's sort of standing there expectantly.
15.
He looks on the lower stanchions of this place, but he's well kept.
Okay.
You would say that you're not sure how he would react if you gave him some money, but he doesn't look like he would turn it down necessarily.
Now, this is me not understanding D&D money because I never do. I offer him.
Cool.
I've never managed to get D&D money in my head.
So yeah, just like if you were to give a tip, something in silver would be.
I'll give him like half a gold.
Okay.
It's worth of silver.
Yeah. Cool.
Go. You take good care of them.
Thank you.
Not good.
Sir.
Thank you.
Mighty kind of you.
Things stick in my head, but numbers are never one of them.
You want me to give him a brush for you or something while they're here?
I mean, I'm sure Bjorn would like it.
Anything I should know about him at all?
For some reason, Bjorn likes bacon. I think it's my fault.
Bacon. Yeah, all right. I'll remember for tomorrow if they're still here.
Look, I can cast create food and water. It's not really a problem that I can just summon bacon. Talking to George because he pulled a face.
It is his fault, and he did summon bacon.
Yeah, we literally have an episode just saying that bacon solves everything.
I did. I solved every encounter that episode with bacon.
Oh dear lord.
It was
Yeah.
pretty good.
You've missed
Could happen.
something.
Hey, the memory was of a mad artificer.
We avoided a fight with a pack of wolves
Yeah.
by sharing them with bacon.
From the sky.
Yeah.
From
Sky
the
bacon.
Sky bacon.
I swear, given the sentience of some animals in D&D, because you can talk to them and they have like seeming sentience, there's going to be a cult of dire wolves out there worshipping the god of sky bacon.
Yeah, somewhere there's that.
It's like the flying cat bird gives sky bacon.
Or it's just those crazy wolves that all the other wolves avoid because they think it rains bacon.
Yeah. The cult that always like pray to it, but it's coming back one day. The sky cat, they will come. Bacon shall rain upon us all.
Reminds me of Rick and Morty when they get the wine in the shit through the portal. They're like, "He will return one day." Of course he will, Granddad.
Shit is real.
So Ray, you're in town. What are you getting with this money? Where are you headed?
I need Revivify diamonds in case this goes wrong.
Uh-huh.
That is my plan.
Okay, so you're looking
So
for...
if I have to do it, because I don't know entirely if you can walk up to a shop and go, "Hey, yo, I'm pretty good at resurrecting the dead. Can I have spell components?" Is there a way to just go to like a jeweler and just like get a diamond without all the questions?
Yes.
Because there's
but-
got to be a place jewelers get their diamonds from to make jewels.
Yeah. You think this level is not the level for that, though?
I mean,
Down here.
back up.
Yeah.
Now that I have equipment.
Yeah, cool. Does the diamond have to be worth a certain amount?
300 gold worth of diamonds.
Diamonds. Okay, cool. Yeah.
So just-
I'm going to say that you make your way up and you find...
Go from like a bunch of places and be like, woo!
You find a place called Atras's you find a place called Atras, it's Atras, Atras Jewelers.
TR. Stop shaking.
Is this the Pandora of Frohas?
Similar, yeah. You walk in, well, it's a combination between Pandora and like a tattoo and a piercing shop, because when you walk in, this individual has every single space on their tendrils that hang down. She has been pierced.
Hello.
There are piercings all the way up the ears and frills, and she verily jingles as she walks as silver and things clash against.
Scraps, stay outside.
It sits down.
Good. You stay there. I don't think taking you into a jewelry shop is a good idea. Hello. Sorry for getting here so early.
Hiya.
I need diamonds.
Oh, everybody likes a diamond.
Like a lot. For my own projects.
You want raw, uncut diamond?
Yeah.
Not much call for that apart from those religious types.
Straight face. Yeah, I am traveling trader. I make my own things, but I'm running low, so I thought I'd pick up some from here.
Oh, you got anything you can show me? I'm always interested in a trinket, bauble, something pretty that sparkles.
Sure. Yeah. I pull out platinum, like, arm bracelet,
Mm-hmm.
like an oath rings type thing, and I put it on the table.
Okay, when did you make this?
It's a spell component for one of my spells.
Mm-hmm.
So, the last time I got spell components.
Okay. You bought it. You didn't fashion it yourself.
It's meant to make... It's meant to be one of my spell infusion things.
Mm-hmm.
So I've
So-
had it since, like, the beginning.
Yeah, you will infuse it with something, or it is infused with something.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has warded bond on it.
Okay. Roll me an arcana.
$13.
She picks it up,
Wah, wah, wah.
turns it in. Oh yeah, it's a wah 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 average. She turns it in your hand, in their hand, and wow, this is mighty fine work. Did you go here? But like, you know, this isn't just a trinket now, is it? And she slides it back across the glass countertop to you. That's got
Depends who
some.
makes them,
That's
doesn't
got.
it?
That's got something of the magical to it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. It's only a little bit, but yes.
Why would it be worth to you if you were
That's
to
not.
make?
That's a present.
Oh, what a shame.
I do have a thing. 1 second. And I take out a little firefly that hovers on the desk in front of them.
Wow. Now, what do you call this?
I mean, I'm thinking about calling it a fayfly, but I've not quite picked the name yet.
Fay fly. I like that. It's got
I
some
go-
kind of that kind of selling kind of vibe to that. I like it.
And I say light in Elvish, and the end glows and replicates the light spell.
Wow, that is a mighty fine thing you got there. Would you be willing to part with that?
Of course. Again, traveling trader.
Well,
So, they're not the... They're a little less than a trinket too. But, yeah. But somebody around here would want one. They do like posh things.
well, I kind of like this little fellow.
He looks, he's got like little emerald eyes.
I can see it. I think I've seen a picture of it. You sent. Like this little guy. She puts her finger out and it lands on her finger. So, are you willing to come with me and light up my life, little honey bug?
Do you like dancing?
Me?
Parties, such.
Oh, yeah. I'm a belle of the ball.
If you ever want to make an impression, say, and I say starlight in Elvish,
Mm-hmm.
but I say under my breath, not set off the firefly.
Okay. Wow.
It casts fairy fire.
Okay. So this thing's got 2 infusions in it.
It casts the light cantrip and does fairy fire. That's the magic item that it is.
Okay.
With a really low DC though, so basically just...
Yeah. Cool. So what would you like? How much diamonds
price
do you
list.
think this will be? worth to you?
I need to look at my price list.
Ah, you carry one of those with you. You're a very well-informed trader.
It cost me 100 gold to make it.
Oh, yeah, but that's just components now.
Yeah,
Time and work, you have to put that in there.
true.
Things like that don't just fall out of the sky.
2. We're talking in
2?
hundreds at this point. It's still quite cheap for what it is.
What about 175?
Now, like I said, it's cheap for what it is.
Make me a persuasion check.
No, genuinely. My component's already half off.
I know.
But they don't.
It's like a 400 gold thing.
They're a
I
trader.
just need money.
They're a trader. They're gonna rinse you.
Bollocks!
What was your bollocks roll?
Sorry. Like a 9. I'm not a good talker. That's why I needed the dude. Sell things for me!
I could probably push to like 180, but I'll only charge you 275 in total for the diamonds, worth 3.
Now, again, Jack doesn't understand numbers. It doesn't stick in his head.
That's
Cost
fine.
you 105.
So I pay 105
Out
diamonds
of the party gold.
for a... Sure.
Cool. You doing this transaction?
Yeah.
You have your diamond.
According to everyone else, it costs 300. Shush. Nah, I'm only kidding.
Okay, we're going to jump to the rest of the party. Back up at Kellogg Creck's place. Arden, what does your morning look like?
Not a busy one. Very much just waiting for the. I think Arden's still trying to wrap his head around the fact that the king is coming to visit, or what they call the king. We were told we would have an audience with, but it was kind of vague. And at the same time, very much just like, he's not going to come here, surely. Surely somebody's going to send for us or something. We're like, what? How is this going to work? And he's just sitting there and he's mulling over it. He's got his bits of paper in his hand and he's just lying back on wherever he slept and just folding some paper and doing some origami flowers.
It's ostentatious, even in the guest quarter that you're in. The finery around you is almost a bit vulgar, even though you've seen more. You've seen you've seen the Sletney's place, but even here, this is kind of like it's a show of it's a show of material wealth, and your monkish mean kind of bulks against this in some ways. Whereas Key drives the spirit, and the spirit should be sated through all things by the process of living and breathing and interacting and the joy of the world. This seems all like stacking like bricks on poor foundation. Nyala, what does your morning look like?
Well, just to have a little bit of a flashback.
yeah.
I would have during the night seek out Arden's room because there is a lot on her mind, and she knows that Arden is not great at comfort, but she actually cannot sleep. So she would have asked him if she could stay the night, basically
Yeah.
sleep with him.
Okay. And did you sleep when you got there? Were you able to sleep?
A bit better, yeah.
Yeah. Nyala lays on a cot beside you.
For now, she's sleeping, but yeah, she has, those involuntary like movement that you have when you sleep, and yeah, she's not having a good dream. Most of the day, she's not having a good dream anyway.
Do you wake them, Arden, or do you let them ride out the nightmare? Or just putting it out there. Nyala is asleep.
Yeah.
You have some quiet time. Private time.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to read something, see whether no. Okay.
God, it's about the mask.
The marks will have all gone in the process of completing that ritual that I did the night before.
Mm-hmm.
So you did that months ago at the bugbear camp.
Oh yeah, I did.
It was
did.
quite a way back.
But
Yeah. They would have
it's,
healed.
I'm trying to remember when it happened.
Yeah, that's fine, guys. Don't.
Yeah, that was a month ago.
Let's just play.
So, hold on. I haven't looked at the mask since then.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of just sat in a bag since then. Since after I essentially threatened it and told it it was useless.
Yeah, that's what they've been at. Threatening a Lich Lord.
We've done worse. Don't worry,
Yeah,
we've done
They
worse.
have done worse as well.
Yeah.
Done a lot worse.
Oh, you guys have got some splendid to do.
Yeah, well, come out of that cube that I still have, I think. Oh my god, I have the cube. I'm the one that have the cube. Oh, fuck.
I can just imagine him popping out inside of the bag of holding, going, "What the fuck?"
It's like, oh shit, the bagman.
I hate those guys.
I probably just carry on with my origami. And I create a larger flower than some of the smaller ones that I make. And I just craft some petals on it and shape it a little bit more. And I kind of just lay it next to her. And then I just get up and leave her to kind of have a lie-in and hopefully get some sleep.
Do you leave the room? Do you head anywhere else? Do you just kind of stay in these apartments?
I'm gonna go and see if Krelor is about.
Yeah, you see a kobold and you can ask where's your master, and they follow me, come along, and they scootle off in their little their coattails are dragging on the floor behind them as they kind of shuffle really fast along the ground. The button down high collar thing really wrecks with the dragon physiology, the kobold physiology, kind of makes them like almost move like penguin like somewhat, even more so than butler
Like
penguin
front
kind of thing.
heavy kind of thing as well.
Yeah,
Like it's like
Yeah,
ah,
yeah, and they kind of skitter along through this place, and every now and then he'll like pull out like a little duster with like feathers on the end and furiously dust something. Sorry, keeping everything up to date is clean house is a pleasant house, and they would lead you down a corridor to a reading room, and there you find Krelor with a small pair of like half moon spectacles perched on the end of their dragonborn nose. They are dressed in just a robe, like a smoking jacket type robe, with their legs crossed on a chaise lounge with a book in hand. Ah, my good man. Ah, Arden, it was, wasn't
Good.
it?
yeah. Good morning, Krello.
Ah, good morning to you, sir.
How are you?
Marvelous. Looking forward to the day's events. And yourself?
Yes. We haven't brought shame upon you, have we?
No. I explained over dinner, if you remember. Either way, I'm lorded here. If you complete what you have said and set before Tisrael, that you go and find the dragons and bring them back, I'm the guy that brought you to the city. If you fail, and you are the murderers of our great white dragon, I'm the one who brought you to the city.
Win-win.
Indeed.
So,
Grapefruit?
thank you.
He hands you half a grapefruit and a beautiful silver spoon.
Thank you.
My pleasure. It's the least I owe you.
So, sorry, my mind's a little fuzzy. I haven't slept that well in a while.
It's okay.
Your king.
Yes.
What? Tell me about them.
The Dragonborn are a dying people. We are not a race that can procreate at the speed of your kind, or of the goblin folk, or of any kind. I suppose the only ones that procreate any less than us are the elves. We are longer lived, that is true. However, there aren't many of us left to be here. It took a long, arduous journey to bring those two into the world, you know. Her clutch was vast, but out of all the eggs that she laid, only those two came to maturity.
Are there any other dragons?
Oh, yes.
Here in Furhast?
No. Not that I know of. There is one that sails the straits, I've heard.
Sails the...
Seems to travel, so is spoken, between the warmer climes slightly northeast, between Heptar Island and the isle that runs between there and Gregton, and sometimes ventures south towards the bridge. Yes, come to think of it, there was a tale of him visiting the bridge. Some sort of fight broke out, if I remember. I don't keep much touch with the outside. We're quite an insular people here. Self-sufficient.
I'm sorry that we caused this.
No, you didn't. You're not the cause of our loss. The cause of our loss was the individual you seek, or that you killed, rather. And now there is hope, which you have brought us. We thought all was lost. We thought we were the last few dragons to die off in this cold corner of a continent of a world split asunder. Turns out now there are 2 young dragons potentially alive.
Your king.
Hmm.
Are they likely to help us? Aid us in our journey? Our mission?
As I said at dinner last night, tread lightly. He is a king in mourning. His half-son turned his back, his true son slain. But not only that, to find out that his son was corrupt in the way that he was, I think that hurt him more.
Seems to be a theme down here.
Go on.
Him and Tussin. Fenric.
Power corrupts. If this Tustin was given great power by some, I think you mentioned of a lich, and then you slain it? What would you do with such power? If it was right
Such
there for you to
power.
take it, in your very grasp, what would you do?
I don't believe such power can be wielded. A power like that, it wields itself. As you mentioned, it corrupts, it changes, it breaks. It is not wielded against its own will. And if it is, it's only for a short time, for the benefit of itself.
I think there is some wisdom in what you speak. So then what is to be done with those that do have such power? The high wizards of Kakansex, for example.
I very rarely meet people with the power or strength that do not use it to crush instead of lift up.
That is true.
So I'm very wary when someone who claims to be powerful offers a hand. Because most of the time, as much as I'd like to be an idealist, I don't believe altruism really exists.
You believe that everyone acts in self-interest, even if there is just a facade of goodly deed.
Selflessness can also be selfish. it's in
True.
spite of.
But if the mean justifies the need.
There's a lot of context. There's a lot of circumstance. Nothing's ever simple.
I can see you're a thinker. Much like myself, he gestures to his library.
I'm not one for books.
Ah,
More of the overthinker, self-reflective,
I see.
going down dark hole kind of thinker.
I've found myself there, and through these have managed to draw myself back on track. You know, books are windows, in a way. They are views, not only of the writer, but they are glimpses into other places, other worlds, places far away that you couldn't imagine, and ways of thinking that you could not possibly imagine. There are some books here on the minds, or from the minds of some of the greatest thinkers that have ever lived. And I just get to experience their world just for a moment and take a little piece of that from each one of them. And that brings a balance somewhat in the mind, and has steered me clear of those darker places that you find yourself traveling to.
Every time we travel, we end up making decisions without knowing what the true result of our choice will be.
No one ever knows. To know the future would drive a person insane, Arden. That is something that no one should know. It is never a bad idea. It is only an idea. And until you take action upon that idea, you will neither know if it is good or if it is bad. When it is manifest in the world, then you will know the results of good or bad. And again, as you said, there's a lot of context. To you, it may be good. To you, it may be bad. But someone may benefit from it.
A blind choice is no choice at all when you don't know. Regardless of intentions, intentions never saved anyone. As you said, action does. Action creates change. Action. But presented with a choice, and you don't know whether you're making a good change or a bad change, your intention makes no difference. For once, I'd just like to know that we're doing the right thing. Not releasing an army of devils onto the world. Not embracing the powers of a lich. Not killing one of the only dragons in First. Just doing something right.
You need to feel that in your heart. That's the only way you'll know. And when it happens, you will know. You are on the journey, Arden, not at its end. Now come. We can't spend all day philosophizing. Let's get ourselves down to the proper breakfast hall, get you something in you, and, well, he stands up.
This isn't the breakfast hall.
No, this is just my parlour. And he stands up and oh, excuse me, and wraps his dressing cloak tight around him. And then he begins to walk to the door and tock. Oh, Mistress Niala.
Have you seen a human about this or? Oh, there you go. There you are.
Everyone goes, "Where's Rayla?"
You're good. You're okay. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Okay.
You
Need a
didn't seem to
moment.
sleep well.
I didn't sleep well. I literally just had a nightmare about you getting your head cut off. Thank you very much. I nearly had a panic attack seeing the bed empty. Oh God.
Carlos sniffs at you.
My
Niala.
head is specifically still on my shoulders.
Yes, it's a great head, a great mind as well.
Yeah.
What is that perfume you are wearing, Niala?
Perfume? I'm not wearing anything, usually.
Yeah, it's fragrant, something beautiful.
Do I smell anything?
Maybe. Yeah, no, you do, even with your passive. Now he's pointed out to you. You were in it. It's been around you for so long. You know when you've been in the smell of something, like when you're in a bakery and you've been there so long, you can't smell it. And Arden, you notice it as well. There's this kind of smell of like flowers and it's like, and it's got somehow like a closeness, like a high moisture content. Frohas is dry, is snowy, but it's dry in a way. It's a desert, and it doesn't have that kind of ambient moisture. Here, you begin to smell it, and you can kind of it's emanating from around Niala, and it's like the most beautiful sense of flowers and blossoms about.
Shut up, Jack. It's not coming from your flower, is it?
That would be a trick.
I mean, I fold them. I don't make them real.
It smells like paper.
Where is it coming from?
I mean, the linen was pretty nice. The sheets were very...
That's not the fragrance that I use in my household.
Do I recognize the smell? Anything I've...
History check.
Oh, yeah, you are you've got no grace whatsoever.
Is that all?
Ass out
Three,
on the
told me,
telly.
yes.
Orion.
At least he's not stuck in the carpet like he was the other week.
Oh,
21.
God, that was a bloody nightmare.
21.
Oi, there's nothing there.
You breathe so deeply, and then last time you smelt this smell, you smelt this smell burning. No. You smelt fresh flowers burning.
Is it from my home?
Yeah.
For some reason.
Okay. Sir, can I talk to you in private?
I'll meet you at the dining hall. Come on down when you're ready. I'll have a pot of coffee on.
Oh, thank you. See you there in a moment.
Not a trouble. As he walks, the cloak flaps
Which
open.
corridor is it?
Second down, along, third door left.
Thank you.
Got it. If he doesn't remember, I do.
If you want to wash up, same corridor, fourth door right. Little boy's room.
Thank you.
Keep or Chuck?
He's gone.
That side.
I think so.
That side or that side?
I'm finding this place
That
very
side. Yeah.
comfortably uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, you're not used to all this stuff, I take.
And
So
you are?
yes and no. It's a different kind of comfortable.
Where's
Anyway,
Ray?
I don't know.
Oh,
And
no.
honestly, I don't know if I want to know. Do you?
I could probably wait until after breakfast before I have to deal with the next disaster.
Yeah. God, sometimes I wish. When he's going to come back, there is going to be a lot of explaining to do. You do know that.
Dun, dun, dun.
Rogue, I mean.
I didn't even have to do the foreshadowing. Thanks, Celia.
Doing what he needs to. He's doing what he needs to do.
Yeah. Anyway, you smell that?
Flowers, floral. It's nice.
I don't know if I imaginated this smell when I showed you in the dream, but this is from home. This scent, this flowery scent, this forest scent
I'm
is...
sorry. How? We're in Norn. What?
I don't know. Look, for this morning, I'm going from freak out to freak out. And right now, I don't know how I can be calm when we're going to meet the king. And I'm highly suggesting myself to switch back to emotionless.
One thing at a time.
Where is this coming from, Liam?
Oh, yeah. You open your hand, Arden, and there's a bee. Fat bumblebee laden with pollen.
Hey there, little one. Oh, you look big.
Kind of follow the bee.
It kind of lands on Nyala and starts crawling in up her arm. You see its little antennas going, and it starts crawling to your pouches and pockets, and seems drawn by the scent of nectar and honey. Sweet smell.
She's going to try to see where the bee's going and open the batch too.
Yeah, heads directly to the cube.
You gotta take the cube.
You can smell this beautiful fragrance coming from it.
Wait.
You can see moss growing out of one of the pieces that you turn it with.
You gotta try to gently get the
Gently
moss
ding.
away.
It's just brushes off in your fingers, but it looks like it was almost partly opened.
It is leaking.
Going to put the cube on the ground and take a couple of steps back.
Do you shut it again? Do you lock it again?
Not just yet. She wants to see if something is going to come out of it.
No.
closing it and waiting.
Mm-hmm. You close it. Rook. Alkeith stands before you. And he's shaped a beautiful door. Around it, the door is made of flowers and vines and twisting exotic plants. Plants that you've never grown or couldn't even imagine. The bulbous stems and plants are not of your region, not ever. These are far too warm a clime to grow down here, even on a beautiful sunny day when you've had the best season. This isn't of this place. And there's this beautiful flower, like many petaled flower that you see. Gorgeous and rare, you think. Now he says, yeah, it's ready. You can go on through when you're ready.
Just thank you. I just need a minute.
A pleasure.
Can I still see? Can I still see through that first door?
That door is fading. You had to kind of come out of there to this central nexus to move on to the next place. It doesn't seem like you could extra dimension from a dimension within a dimensional box.
Yeah. Okay. As soon as it's kind of like faded beyond being able to see,
Mm-hmm.
just go again, just step through the door,
Mm-hmm.
turn around, close it behind me.
As you do so, can you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Awful. Oh, that's not great, is it? That is 8.
Can you take 20 points of psychic damage, please?
Ow.
Yes. Okay.
There is a brief moment when you step through this doorway. It doesn't feel like the dimensions are connected quite. You open this door and step through. Alkeith smiles at you. You step over the threshold, and then you are in a swirling vortex of sound, colour, and light. You can barely understand what you are seeing, and your mind recoils in terror, horror, just pure non-understanding of this domain that you see before you. But you see the next step appears to be into a room, and you see a familiar face. You see ginger orange tabaxi standing, staring, almost warily looking towards you.
Step through.
Reality shifts about you in front of you, Nyala, and a door opens. And beyond, you just get a whiff of, it's strange. It's the blooming of this flower, so pungent and marvelous to your nostrils that you haven't smelled for so long. And as this door opens, you can see swirling colors and horrific images that you imprint on the back of your retina. You don't really see them, more like taste, hear, and know. Seeing, and you can smell fear and love, and all these strange things seep out, and the door slams shut. Moruk falls forward, prone onto the floor out of this space, and snip as the door shuts. And landing beside him is a flower.
Put it back in the box.
Rook.
Strangest thing. The paper flower you hold in your hand Arden folded you an exact replica.
For now, Niala is more stunned about the fact that Rook has just stumbled out of bloody the abyss, and are just like standing right before them on the floor, like face down.
Rook, you kind of pant. Your head is ringing. You're just trying to regain your focus within a space that has 3 dimensions. And you,
Not 12.
yeah, not 12 or like or like
17
nine
or however many there are.
like 3 3/4. Yeah, and or should it be 9 3/4? That's a Harry Potter joke.
He's got out of the big ball of wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of four dimensions reoccurring.
Yeah. To the power of.
Yeah.
You managed to kind of start regaining your senses, and you're face down in a very, very nice carpet.
Brooke is lay there crying.
Rook.
But like, you know, like the silent stuff where it's like he's not making any noise, it's just tears.
and just the shoulders quaking, like trying to just beyond.
Trying to like hold it together because he's not entirely sure where he is.
Mm-hmm.
But also he's just in some shit.
Yeah. Niala's going to touch his shoulder, like, Rook.
As soon as she makes contact, he kind of rolls away and stands up, ready to fucking.
Whoa.
You see before you, Niala, a field hardened farmer of a bugbear.
Like he's got like dungarees.
Yeah, I'm thinking you can see him in the most casual clothes you've ever seen Maruk in. He is got, well, he's got fat. There is a belly on him. There is a healthy paunch, let's call it. It's not, he's still been working hard, but he's a lot better fed than he has been for some time, and he might have been enjoying the luxuries of
got that
life.
dad bod.
Yeah, hot dad bod bugbear. That's what we're going for.
He's less like Gladiator and more like World's Strongest Man. Where they're like,
yeah. We're going somewhere that
like
way.
a soft build.
Yeah.
Biceps and belly.
Yeah, you can still see that underlying structure's there. There's just been some additions.
So he's that material. That's what you're trying to say.
A bit of protective layer.
Yeah. It's for the cold winter.
He's been eating his feet.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. As soon as he kind of gets up and through his tears sees that it's Niala, he's literally going, step forward,
Hey, big guy.
drop down to his knees so that his head's kind of like there on her. Just
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hi.
he's still bawling his fucking eyes out.
Oh dear.
Arden, you're the other side of this. So you don't see reality fold. You just see a bugbear fall out of nowhere and land on the floor, crawl to Nyala, wrap their arms around, and he's just weeping. And you've not even seen Arden yet. Rook, he's your back. He's behind you.
Hey, big guy.
You look at the top of his ears that stick out, and you can tell he's definitely been out in the sun because he's got little freckles come out on the top of the bugbear ears. And he
Hey.
smells of like that kind of outdoory smell.
Horse shit. He smells of horse shit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I don't know for how long you think you've been gone, but it's been 2 months for us. And I don't know what you see, but God, I'm fucking glad you're here. Oh,
Your time.
And as soon as he hears that voice, again,
The ear
he's up
twitches
on his
back.
feet.
The freckled ear goes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's like up on his feet, and he's like, "What the fuck are we?"
hey,
Oh,
hey.
was-
That's the asshole that you know, the friendly one.
I'm gonna walk up to him, so that we're like, well, I'll say face
Yeah.
to face, face to chest.
You look down.
/ belly.
I'm just gonna scoop him up in a big bear hug.
Yeah, okay. I haven't missed that feeling. Okay, ribs popping. Can put it down now.
Drop.
Welcome back.
The metal.
Where,
Yeah, it's like
where,
metal wrapped in plastic.
where are we? Where am I?
Uh,
This doesn't look like the yak.
We are well,
traveled a bit.
we're at the Norn.
What?
The Dragonborn.
We hit the road. We had a fair bit to deal with.
Shit.
What happened?
How long was I out? How long was
2
I
months.
There's a lot to catch you up on.
out? Fuck.
There's a guy called
Okay.
Bennett.
Dennett.
Bennett.
Venet.
V-E.
Bennett.
Bennett.
Tulf. Turns out he was a pretty close friend of Tustin.
Close, I wouldn't just call him that.
Yeah, well, he's got it out for us. So much so that, well, yeah, it's gotten very personal.
Yeah.
He's took
So
me on his
personal.
family's ship, the Le Bapon. He's got the dragons. He's coming for us.
Where is he?
So,
We need to go and get him. And he just goes
Oh,
to go
whoa,
for
whoa.
the door.
Whoa, calm down.
yes.
What?
We have shit to do here right now. Because we might get executed.
We might get
What?
executed or we might make best friends. It's really one or the other. It was a bit of I didn't think it was as much of a gamble when we decided to come in the first place. But essentially, yeah, we could either have some great allies or we could be on somebody else's shit list.
Yeah, and the also other thing is that basically what happened was that there was like
When did you get here?
I was getting a
Just
beer. She just passes you a flagon. They do morning beer.
Now you choose to be stealthy.
Look, it is morning. There are people sleeping. You are the ones who are shouting. Not
Wasn't
me. I'm not
shouting.
standing in the corridor, am I? I'm getting
I-
breakfast like any normal person does in the morning. Yes, look, there's also some devils we released.
Just walks up and big hug.
God, you're
Oh,
spilling the... Look,
No. He's very, very clear to not spill anything.
yeah, oh, yes, okay, come
So
on, put
there
me
might have
down.
been an all-powerful weapon that was capable of destroying whatever the crystal god thing is that's up in space, and
I
rather
explained
than
to you.
turn it on, Nyala decided to turn it off, releasing what was powering it, which turned out to be half a legion of devils from hell, that we've
This is
also
what-
tracked down.
What he's not
um,
telling you is that
Haven't
Bennett decided to damage said weapon that wasn't a weapon, that was more like a shield.
And it tricked us. He knew exactly what we'd do, and we fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
Except that, you know, to summon a devil, you have to have blood.
yes.
These three, and I don't know where Ray is, but Ray is okay. Went to a road, I went to another one.
Oh yeah, it turns out Nyala's some kind of royal queen.
Like, yeah, but
Yeah, now we have to call Your Highness every time we speak to her.
don't do that.
I'm just
Well,
kidding. We
like
don't really...
fuck.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Sorry, Your Highness.
Like fuck.
I hate you all, but yeah, it was a killing everyone and saving quote unquote the world, or just figuring out things out, and I just made a
Chose us over the world.
selfish.
Can you imagine me curtsying to Nyala?
But yeah,
I still
So-
feel bad because I basically just doomed the entire planet.
you didn't do that.
2 months.
You chose
You did
us
all
over
this
the
in
world.
2 months.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've been busy.
I leave you guys alone for 2 months and you cause all this
Oh,
shit.
we found we found some cousins of yours. That's probably a little bit racist. No, we found some other
just because he's a
bugbears.
bugbear, do you think he knows all bugbears? He's a
Oh,
300-year-old man.
No, I probably know them. Everyone knows everyone in that
Do
community.
you know do you know a bugbear called Myth?
Myth?
Yeah.
Myth. Oh, Myth! Myth, yeah, no, he's a dick.
All right. Well, I think he used to be a dick. There was a bunch of them over in the Iron Root Forest. They used to ambush people and were bandits, but then I think they picked on the wrong
Adam.
person, but somebody showed them a better way in life, and now they run an Airbnb.
Arden, I'm fucking with you. I have no clue the fuck you're on about.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry.
We don't all know each other. That's no. And as Nyala said, I'm like 300 years old. I probably wouldn't know
Yeah, he's
any
an old
current
man.
bugbears.
We didn't
Right, well,
ask
I've
them
listened to
their
that.
age. They could have been 300, but I don't know.
It's at this point that Ray comes pottering down the corridor with a big chinking sack in his hand.
Strawberries or tomatoes?
I put them in the bag of holding. I'm not
Oh,
walking around
yeah,
with
okay.
just a big bag of diamonds.
Okay,
I feel-
see,
That
Sure.
feels like a good
Rob
way to
me.
get robbed.
swag. Big bag. Labeled swag. over
Big
your
bag
chin.
of diamonds
With diamonds.
swag written on it.
No, just diamonds.
Holding a
written on
sign, no diamonds in here, winky face.
it.
Yeah.
It's like just holding one of those big cartoon bags with a dollar sign on it. And just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
No, what it is what was that like? A cache is just like one of their like paper bags where you put like the loot in.
Oh God.
Oh, there you are.
I brought pastries and stuff. I went out.
Yeah, Rook's back.
You went out.
Rook! And I hug your leg because I'm small.
I kind of
Small
But you
health.
died. Did you meet Lefty?
Oh yeah.
grab you and pull you up.
No, will tell you. I'll flip.
What? Who?
Yeah,
Did
with
it get real cold?
I don't quite remember what.
You
what
You just
remember
remember
was
the
only
cold snap.
a brief cold snap
maybe
Cool.
for like
where the
20
wind
minutes.
came. It didn't seem to have a direction. 1 minute it was coming from the east, 1 minute it was coming from the west, then the east, then the west, and then it just all of a sudden stopped.
I need to introduce you to Righty and
Oh.
Lefty at some point. I made friends. Also, I have a present
all I
for you.
remember.
Oh yeah, we found a tomb while we were on the road to the ancient queen of Fairhurst, Becca Rodatucha.
What?
She had
What?
some ice golems which were
I made
guarding
friends
that
with
tomb.
I made friends with 2 ice robots, and I made you a present.
We sent them in the cube for a little
Uh-oh.
bit for easy packing, and then we left
Okay.
them off at the Jodian Nuts, where we released the army of devils to protect the place while we try and figure out how to fix the whole mess. As we said, it's been
And-
a
and then
it's
I-
been a
And then I fixed the space weapon.
What?
There was like a shield thing fueled by devils.
Okay.
I kind of understand it now. It's meant to mess with those crystal things,
that's what I explained to
Yes.
you.
but the Venet. Oh yeah, do you know Venet? Yeah, asshole.
I've
Very
been
bad
caught up
taste
with
in men.
Venice.
Well, he broke one of
What?
them, and Venet has bad taste in men. Well, he's in love with the
Okay.
old Lich guy.
like
prince.
Tuscan.
Oh, okay.
Man, he went off with a lich and fell out in with this asshole.
Well, I fixed it, but we need
Oh.
more. We need to put the demons back in.
Yeah, and Arden thought it
Devils.
was a good idea to antagonize the guy. So now he's just
Oh.
very, very angry at us.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Rook, you'd be proud of me. I shot
Yes.
I shot a devil in the face.
Oh yeah,
Well
we
done,
killed
Ray.
one. We killed the devil. That was fun.
One that escaped, that is.
Would
Had
you
very
like your
poor
present?
balance. Kept falling over.
So from
Well, we killed
what
2
I can
devils.
gather,
Technically,
it
yeah.
seems like I came back at the right time because it sounds like you could probably do with some. How to put this delicately?
No.
Firepower.
Yes.
Ooh. No,
I
no.
am
I
so
have
tired
firepower,
of being
and I pull out
punched
my
in the face. It's so nice
crossbow.
to have you back.
I pull out my
You
crossbow.
mean like
that's
this? I just
as
punch him in the
big as
Oh
face.
me.
no, we're getting too much
Oh.
crosstalk.
Sorry. We have firepower, and I pull out my crossbow that's as big as I am.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah, he's compensating for something.
Yes.
And I got you a present, and I hand you like a platinum bracer.
What's this? It's gorgeous.
I made it for you for when you get back.
Ray's been busy
Thank
these
you.
last 2
I
weeks.
made things for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
wings.
put that over the arm that's like scarred from when I opened up and saw metal.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Like a
hand you
mushroom colony.
Yeah.
a platinum ring. They go together-ish. You put the ring on somebody, and then they get some of what you do.
They go, what?
If you give Nyala the ring, she becomes a barbarian.
No.
Oh,
What is the magic item you're giving him?
It can
Yeah.
cast warded bond, which
Warded
gives
bond.
somebody else resistance, but you take the other half.
Have you got the name of the
Okay.
item?
It's spell storing item from artificers
Yeah,
with
okay,
the
so
spell
it's a-
warding
it's-
bond in it.
Okay, cool. It's a spell storing item. So, you probably can put it in extras, Rook, George.
Is it a ring of spell storing?
Yeah, and then just when you choose which spell to store in it, just put.
I chose Warding Bond
Warding
because
Bond,
it's
okay.
a cool thing to give a barbarian.
I tell you what, down
Cool,
there.
cool, cool, cool.
As long as, once you cast it, as long as you're within 60 feet of Nyala, she has resistance, but you take the other half.
But also,
Fine by me.
here, it's a bunch of old people.
Okay.
So she takes half damage, but you take the other half.
Mhm. I
Nice.
like that spell.
Mm.
You can basically go, no, I take it. Mine.
Okay. Okay. Cool, 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 cool.
You have a ring on my finger. I don't want another.
Oh, also, I don't know
It's
when, but
only
at some
for while
point
you-
we're seeing the king
The
today.
magic happens.
Yeah. Oh, we're seeing the king. Fuck.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
What?
I was busy.
Yeah, so basically the king can open portals,
With
and
anything
we're
wrong
kind of
with it?
asking for help because we know where the baby dragons are.
Hmm?
They are in Drusk.
Long
and-
story short, if the king likes us, we can end up in Drosk this afternoon. If he
Yeah.
doesn't like us,
Okay.
could end up in a ditch.
You
I
won't
think
end up in a
me
ditch.
and you go and talk to him because, like, we're really good at talking to people. Look, you know, he'll like us a lot.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
Sharon, no. We go as a group. He might want to see all of us, so we make a show of good faith.
When are you meeting them?
He had a hospital appointment.
Now,
today.
possibly.
We don't know.
What?
Whenever he decides to show up, he's the king.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Bro,
yes.
you can cast Warding Bond 8 times a day.
No, he didn't
Okay.
want to mark it.
As per the spell.
So,
Sick.
The second level,
yeah.
because I can't make you too OP.
Yeah. One thing, Rook. The king is
course.
mourning. His half son have been killed by his true son because his half son apparently turned evil and was corrupted.
No,
Turns out there's a
no,
thing
no,
with
his
kids
true
having
son was
sons that
Oh,
turn
sorry.
evil.
Right. Okay.
That's like kids down at the park, isn't it?
Coffee's
Well,
ready.
if you
That's
don't,
what that is.
well, who's that?
We'll tell you everything over breakfast. Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
yeah,
You gotta
Krellis.
see this
okay.
place. It's amazing.
This isn't the breakfast hall. This is just the parlor.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Also, Arden, I'm still mad at you for scaring me this morning.
Come on, look. I'll show you where the breakfast beer keg is.
I died in your dream. How was that my fault?
I wake up to an empty bed. When I
Wasn't
fell
empty.
asleep, you were next to me. And there was a
How
flower on your
come?
pillow.
Rook,
Rook.
I'm pretty sure they're married already.
Yeah, they sound like they are. Jesus.
We're not. Oh my god, would you stop?
Look,
Arden just walks
there's
off.
also a really good business
search of
opportunity for you
another
here.
half of grapefruit.
They
Oh,
do not
okay.
have rook brew yet. I asked.
What the shit?
Bean's very happy.
Rook's gonna
There's
kind
like
of
thunder and lightning going on outside, so Bean's like running out in the rain. Sorry.
Lush. Rook's gonna actually look at his bag, see if he has any leftover bottles of Brook Brew. I don't think I do.
No.
Not in 6 months.
No,
You've
I
been
don't.
gone 6 months.
No.
You're the drunk.
2 months.
I thought it was 2 seasons.
And
Two
For you.
seasons for Rook.
yeah,
That's
a
6
season
months.
a month.
Oh, okay.
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey shit.
Oh, yeah, forget time travel nonsense.
The
Makes
cube
no
breakfast.
sense.
It's 'cause
Wibbly wobbly
magic.
timey wimey.
Magic.
Arden,
Cos magic, all right? Shut up.
Arden,
Because magic.
Arden.
Definitely didn't
I-
do that.
That was a big
It's
flash.
magic.
Dude.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I sold one of my things
What?
to get. I sold one of my things to get the thing I needed, and I'd give you the rest of the money.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, nice. Did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah.
What did you buy?
and I look around to see if the Dragonborn's nearby.
No.
And I
Tell
pull
me.
out the bag of holding. I pull out from the bag of holding like a tonk of diamonds.
Wouldn't even be
Shiny
that much for
rocks.
300.
I
Yeah.
also have 200 on me for explosives. So I have like
So,
500 gold worth of diamonds on me now.
what are these for?
Revivify in case one of us die.
Well, yeah, no, that's probably going to happen at some point.
Yeah,
You know how I
Hence-
feel about that.
yes, but I remember the last time something tried to kill Arden, and we doomed the world. I'd rather have it in my back pocket. And these are... I sold them for gunpowder.
Yeah, you could have saved the world and then just brought us back.
I
would've been
That was
great.
my idea, but I only have enough for one. You'd have to
no,
pick.
I.
Look, Nyala, would you rather have it and not need it, or need it and not have it?
Makes a good point.
The coffee's getting cold.
Oh,
I hate
We've got a
him.
wizard.
What?
We have a wizard for that.
We have a wizard, an artificer, and I'm not entirely sure what Rook is. He's magic. Somehow.
What?
look. Story for another time.
I cast message. Wizard!
Into Krell's brain. What is it?
I just
He
wanted
just
to walk-
replies, "Who is this?"
The little one.
New brain, who dis?
And we walk into the parlour and Kenyala just touch the pot and it immediately starts to boil.
That's a fancy parlor trick. Whoa. Whoa.
Cast message. Wizard.
Who is this?
It's
I haven't had a place set. Barry! Barry! A very hurried
This
kobold runs to the
is-
table. Sets another place.
This is our friend, Rook.
A friend of yours is a friend of mine.
He was asleep in the cart.
Welcome. Come. Come and have a seat. Join the
Was
table.
I?
I'm Krenor Krek. Pleased to meet you.
Maruk, charmed.
You shake the hand of a portly white dragonborn.
Toby just weed right here. 'Cause he went to go outside. It rained, and then he turned around and ran in and peed right.
Yeah, that's a job for you.
Nice.
You gotta love him.
But when I do it, I've got an issue.
On my birds.
Get it sorted. You.
Can you get them up, please?
I've got to go because the dog has weed on the floor on Bean's foot because of the thunder and lightning scared him and he ran inside. I'll be back. I'm going to pause the recording. Have a coffee, everybody.
Okay.
We'll continue. Welcome back,
I'm gonna get
I
everyone.
know, I
Lunch
was just
now.
thinking, because he lost a lot of hit points.
Dogwees are now mopped up and we can continue playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Wonderful.
There is a thunderstorm though, so I might lose my connection if it continues being so quite violent out there because it's going pretty crazy out there. You are gathered around the table in Krell Krek's more than modest, he would describe it as modest, abode. And you are consuming foods and sharing stories and trying to catch Rook up to where he needs to be and preparing for your meeting with the king later on some time soon. What would you like to do? Any questions you'd like to ask your host?
Sorry, my internet went out.
What's the king's name again?
He is Yviknus Norn.
Uvicnus.
Yviknas. Yviknus.
Uvicnus. Uvicnus Norn, King of Norn. Right. Just sit there and eat another half a grapefruit.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else want to
Really
ask anything
tiny silver spoon.
of your ever so gracious, but doesn't really give a shit about your host? Whether you live or die, win-win.
Is there anything
Girlfriend
that
have-
we could? Is there anything that we could do to stay on his good side, Krello?
Speak plainly. Stick to the facts, I would say. Do not include any extenuous information. He values plain speaking and things that pertain to him and this place, and ultimately his charge to look after the last white dragons of
I should switch to my more logical side.
Yeah, we don't want to scare him.
No.
I'm not going to scare him. I'm just going to tell the truth.
Well, it
So the
scares me,
facts.
so I'd rather you not do that.
as long as whatever you tell is relevant. He's not one to be bothered by fiddle-faddle. Small talk and feelings are not things that he very much cares about, other than in his own.
That is a new word. I like it.
I'm not very good with small talk, so
You should get on well then.
I built a robot friend.
Socially, in general, Arden.
I don't think
Sorry.
he'll be interested in a robot friend.
No, you're asking about small talk, and my response was to gesture towards my robot I built for company and go,
Each to their own, I suppose. I have my books, you have your pet, whatever that is.
You have books?
I mean, it's getting closer and closer to a wyvern as time goes by.
I have books, yes.
He has a library.
What kind?
A library?
Sorry, what was that, Niara?
What kind of books?
Well, all kinds of books.
Smut.
He glances at
Smart.
you. Make an insight check, Rook.
there's a section behind the curtain.
That was just George, like,
Odds
Make
are.
an insight check.
I'm a passive
what's
with
George's
19.
insight? That is dirty 20.
Definitely got some in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, sometimes when they double stack books and there's more books behind.
It's all hidden.
The wizard. I am very interested to exchange with you about books.
Well, you have more pressing matters on your plate, I imagine.
True. But you just got my interest for.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I think she'd look at a headsman in chance to look at a library.
Can someone roll me a d4? I don't mind.
I got it.
You got it, George? Thank you.
I think she'd genuinely
Yeah, I got
deal
it.
with a headsman if it means she gets to look in a library.
3.
How much, sir? 3.
3.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, you gather round the table here and you're finishing your conversations. Well, Carlos says, I must be on my way. There has been a busy day. It was a long day's travelling, and normally I like to spend, when I've been trading, well, to be honest, a day or two doing absolutely bugger all.
Legit.
Do you know when we're going to meet the king? I mean, are we
I
going to get a
said-
messenger?
They said they'd send someone to guide you, a carriage to take you up.
Okay.
I don't know
Carriage.
when. Yes, a carriage.
Right.
The streets are swept clean enough to have wheeled vehicles. The kobolds are very good, you see. They're kobolds, as good as kobolds can be.
What does that mean?
Oh, I have enough to make a cliff of warding, and I am considering it.
Well, they are very small.
He points to Ray.
Rayla, the meter of I'm going to leave a glyph of warding in this man's house gets higher.
Well, you're not a kobold. I'll put you in the same bracket as those.
What's wrong with kobolds?
No, nothing's wrong with them at all. They're just kobolds.
He doesn't see what's right with them.
Right.
What is right with them?
There's a little bit of venom in that.
Arden.
Anyway, I'm retiring to my parlour. I shall
Rook,
be...
can I
Speak to you later, Krello.
thank you, Krello. Appreciate your
He
candor.
raises a pipe to his lips. Barry! Barry! Does anybody have a light?
He sets it on fire.
Oh,
From
Just
that
like
angle,
immediate,
looked-
yeah.
Thank God.
There it goes.
from that angle, it looks as if she just went,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just lit her middle finger on fire.
Gave him the middle finger and set it on fire.
Yeah.
Fireball.
And he puffs a couple of great big puffs and then well, thank you, and I hope to reap the fortunes of you coming here soon.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Is he gone?
He's gone.
Thank God, it's like talking to my uncle.
I'm going to murder an entire civilization.
Okay,
Once,
votes.
Let's not do it again.
Votes. Votes. Who votes for glyph of warning in his toilet?
What does that do?
Oh, that's good.
Boom.
It doesn't have to go boom. I can make it cast web too. It's just any
Sounds-
spell that just gets triggered.
Is that what you just spent 300 gold on so that you could web this man's toilet?
I mean, that is one of the options, but no, I meant it so I could resurrect one of you when you're gone. But also,
I
that is
think that would
totally an
be a-
idea.
I think it would be a better use of our money to save it.
Oh
for
no, it
emergency.
wouldn't cost money.
Oh no.
It's pretty cheap.
Rook,
What?
can I steal you away for a moment?
Sure,
Yeah,
from this
yes, of
riveting
course.
conversation about getting sticky in a toilet.
Absolutely.
Pause.
They're not sticky. They're mostly copper wire.
Like throughout the entirety of breakfast, Rook hasn't said a word, and he's just been trying to eat the same cracker over and over. Just kind of just
Yeah.
nibbling on a cracker.
Palatable.
Okay, Rick. I know it's a lot to take in.
Well, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You'll be fine. Look, go with Arden, have your little powwow, and we'll wait for the king, okay?
Did you?
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't think I should. You go, Arden. Talk to you later.
Don't do anything stupid again.
Yala,
Yes.
Quite the opposite.
when they leave.
Yeah, they leave.
What are the chances he's actually found his family? Because if he'd found his family, I think he'd be a lot happier. You're too quiet for your mic to pick up.
He's been crying when everything happened. I haven't
with
said
his feelings,
anything. I play dumb because that's what I do when I'm not comfortable with something like that. It's just worried.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm worried.
Yeah, It's just Arden
I'm
and
worried
Rook
about
can
him.
talk. Yeah, but usually when these two talks, even when Arden had very harsh word with him, they always manage to ground each other more than what I could do. So talk
Guys,
about
night.
yeah,
Usually
that
always
and
ends up in
two
us punching
soldiers.
each other, but it seemed to work.
Look, we're either gonna fight or fuck. Like, who knows at this point?
Or both, or a little bit
Leave
of
the
both.
second option to me, would you?
Right, you go over to the corridor or intermediary space.
Rook's
I
just following Arden.
lead Rook back to the room that
God, Lord, you just put
I've
like
been staying in.
a mental flashbang in my head. Both
Yeah.
of you.
Yep, you're in this the guest
Rook.
quarters.
Yes, what's up?
I'm not going to ask you about what happened in there, but when you're ready, you can tell us. Or not. That's completely up to you. But there is something I need to talk to you about. Something only you will understand so far.
Okay.
And I go to my things and I pull out the bag and I take out the mask and I pop it down on the table.
Rook's kind of like taken aback and he kind of checks his pockets. What? How did you get that?
Before you went back in the cube, you gave me all your stuff. I've had words.
The teeth just chatter once.
I know what this thing does. I know what it feels like. But I need your permission.
Well,
I know what it did to me. So I have a pretty good idea of what it did to you. I can undo that if you'll let me.
I don't know what you're on about. What do you mean what it did to me?
It has an
Yes.
effect. I'm able to it has a way of probing into your mind, playing with who you are, trying to use what you want as a motivator. Start having thoughts of doing things that you would never have thought about doing before.
The words of a little one trickle into your head, Morok. You're different. Not the way that you look. Though you do look a bit older. But somehow how you are. And then the memory fades.
Force this upon you. But it will help. But I need you to let it.
I saw them. I was wherever I was. You say it was 2 months, it felt like years. 2 whole seasons of farming. I was home. I had them back. I was with them. Aileen, Morrigan, were both were there. And the chickens and coming out when I did was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Because I was home. I was with them. I watched as they came running towards me as I walked away. When you saw me in that room early today, not 10 seconds before, I was in my garden trying to plant cucumbers. That thing, that box, has some form of my family inside. If that mask, making me who I am right now, meant that I could see them at that time, respectfully, I can't go back. I appreciate the offer. But I saw them because of who I am right now, who I am because of that mask. That mask had never come into my possession. Who knows if I'd have even seen them or gotten anywhere close to them. Maybe I wouldn't have had the stuff that I needed in here. There may come a time where I will ask you to put me back. Not yet. I pray to all the gods that you understand my reasoning for this.
I need you to keep an eye on me. I can undo its effects. But depending on what it does, I might not be in the right set of mind to undo it.
Back to me.
So okay, if I give you this back, if it changes you more, I don't know whether I'll be able to stop you. You could end me with one hand tied behind your back and I'm blindfolded.
What?
No, you won't.
I won't.
But what I'm saying is that if I keep it and I change, you can stop me.
And we're all fucked.
If you keep it and you change, I can't stop you.
But if you keep it and you change, and you can't stop us, or put us right, then we're all fucked. If you stay as you are, and you can do it right now, If I go too far, you can put me back.
True.
I don't see any other way that this goes. He's just going to reach out his hand. Like,
Okay. Nyala has her suspicions. She cannot be allowed to have this.
on that we agree.
It would do terrible, terrible things to her. And I refuse to see
Reason.
what it could make her.
That Lich is a bad idea.
I don't think if Nyala got a hold of this, either of us would be able to stop her, even together. She's a lot more powerful than she realizes. Pair that with a Lich, and she may take over this entire world. But with me, all you need is a little bit of Nyala's magic, and I'll be flat on my ass. Even just her face. In that cave.
Just pick it up. Don't use it. Every time you use it, it's a step closer to oblivion.
Just gonna grab it.
Hand it over to him.
Okay.
She could never know about this. She's the reason that I didn't go full psycho on that tower. I don't think I've ever told anyone this, but it's because she reminds me so heavily of mine. I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Okay. Okay, so you just take it. You're not attuning to it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not casting anything with it.
Not yet, no.
Okay.
I mean, no, not at all.
I don't like the yet.
Oh my god.
Just keep in mind,
No.
the moment you attune to it, it all starts again.
Mm-hmm. I know.
I think we should give it Rayla.
I
No.
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 Give it to me.
No, absolutely fucking not. Not
Absolutely
even-
God,
not.
Lord, no! I think
Why
that's
not?
worse.
giving-
Not
I
a
think-
chance.
I think
Why
it's
would
a
I
worse
give the
idea to give
wizard
it
the
Nyala than
fucking
Rayla.
teeth to
Why
chatter
not?
I think
Right,
it's a
why-
worse idea to give it Nyala than Rayla.
I know the danger of a lich. I know those kind of things.
Yes,
You-
hubris.
Exactly.
You do in character and out of character, but you don't know what this mask does.
Really not, but I'm not stupid enough to attune that to that kind of thing.
Then you can't do nothing with it.
I cannot even attune to it because all of my spells
It's-
of my
It's not
item slot
about
are just
what you would. It's not about what you would do.
I,
It's about what it
oh
would
god,
do.
everyone's crashing again.
Mm.
yeah.
Are we
Oh
all,
dear.
are we all glitching a bit?
Yeah, totally bit, I think. Oh, it's good.
Oh, we got you back.
Oh, there we go. He's
For
back.
me, yeah.
Yeah. all
Okay.
good.
So we've only got half an hour. Really, I don't want to do meeting the king right now, folks, because I think he
Okay.
might be in there for quite a while. Is there anything we
Yep.
want to do, like intermediary or stuff like
Tune
that?
to the mask.
No.
No.
No. No.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Can I roll an insight check on actually as I'm like holding that mask out to Rook? Can I insight?
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
insight the shit out of him for
Deception if
releasing
you
this thing to him.
deception
Like,
if you are lying. Persuasion if you are telling the truth, Mororuk. And Arden, straight up
Sorry.
insight. You set the DC, Mororuk. What you roll, please, and tell us what he's
doesn't
got to
matter.
beat to read you.
I rolled a natural one. It doesn't matter.
Oh!
Either way. Oh!
You tell him what.
Doesn't matter.
What
Doesn't
does he
matter.
see? What
I
does he
rolled a
read?
natural one.
What does he read from Rook though? Because Rook can now narrate exactly.
As Arden looks into Rook's eyes, his eyes, all they see is what he saw a few hours ago, being in that field, in that house with his family.
Sorrow.
And you see the pain in his eyes that he had to walk away.
I don't think
he could have
Arden
easily
would
stayed there.
believe. Yeah, this is the thing. I don't for 1 second Arden wouldn't believe that Rook would put all that at risk for the sake of this mask.
No. There is.
But he didn't answer his question.
What question?
Why'd you come back?
Nope.
We've lost
Oh, dude,
Jack.
we lost Jack. Yeah.
Why are you going to answer the question, or are you not? No, you
No.
just avoided it and skipped past the whole thing brilliantly. Okay, fine.
Because I didn't know how to answer yet.
You hear a raucous outburst of laughter. You hear the laughter of Krell Crick so loud from your parlour. Where you are, from the parlour, sorry. From your room, just like a belly aching laughter. And from the dining hall where Niala and Ijara and Ray are, you also hear like the great, like giggling, like uncontrollable fits of laughter.
Niala's going to go, what's going on?
Yeah.
Puppies.
I hear the sound and I come out into the corridor and I follow
You
out.
all kind of meet up in the corridor, and you can just hear this booming, like portly.
Raylo?
You hear this thump, and then
I'm entering. Sorry for the intrusion.
you see Prelo wrapped, kind of peeking out underneath his robe on the floor, crawling round, then ducking his head back under, then crawling round with his head covered and his butt up in the air on his hands and knees.
Close the door.
Going on?
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Uh,
I cast detect magic and open the door a little. I just want to make sure he's actually just, crazy.
There's no magical effect going on in this room.
Cool. Would it, if somebody was under an enchantment spell, would they show up as weird?
You might need to make an insight check or an arcana
No
check,
problem.
something like that.
Would it be okay if I cast Arcana?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't think you want to know, Arden.
17?
Yeah, and it doesn't seem magical, the affliction. And what's going on? What is he laughing about? He only had like half a cup of like breakfast
You're right,
beer.
Krello.
Krello's not here. Don't tell him we're here. I didn't. I told him we weren't here.
I cast message at Barry.
Yeah.
Is Barry in there? Does Barry's head ping?
You get what do you say? You can't just message. Say it's not like a beeper
Just
service.
go in there and go, Barry, is that you?
You just hear a message back saying, "Viva la revolution."
Yes. I cast message again and go, Viva la revolution. I'm joining in the Cobalt Revolution.
Oh no. They're going to get squashed like bugs. They're only kobolds.
Yeah, but what happens if you give Cobalt automatic weapons?
Stop it.
Oh. They get crushed by a raging bugbear.
Oh, come on. You haven't actually seen the society. It's a real fucked up slavery caste system. The Dragonborn do kind of need to die.
Don't care.
And you're the one
Brooke
who made the
supports it.
joke.
No.
What?
Genocide is not the answer.
I'm losing track. What happened, Pete?
Genocide of kobolds.
That's it. You just see Krello giggling underneath the blanket like a blanket.
Yeah, I was going to enter again, like, and take the blanket. Like,
He
what's
is
going on?
naked. It was just his robe, like that he was hiding underneath.
Seriously, what are you giggling for?
They've discovered us! Quick, run for cover! And then he gets up and runs and dives underneath the chaise lounge. But the chaise lounge is too small for him to fit under, so it's kind of like riding on his back. And then he's like, tortoise! And starts riding around with the legs of one end of the chaise lounge and the wheels on the floor on the other end. And this naked, portly dragonborn's running around with a chaise lounge on his back, going, I'm now the tortoise.
Okay, I think he has too many wealths. It's fine. He just.
I'm going to cast protection from good and evil.
Mm-hmm.
Evil and good, even.
Mm-hmm.
Until the spell ends, one creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effects.
Mm-hmm. It continues to gallop horse-like now. Get on the chariot, Arden! You could be my master. We can ride into battle valiantly.
I cast see invisibility.
I get on the chariot.
Where are they?
He giggles absolutely. Hooray! Let's go! And starts galloping round. He charges at such speed he hits a bookcase. Books tumble down. Avalanche!
Can Arden using? I'd like to use medicine to deduce whether he is under the effects of some kind of, whether he's just drunk, whether this is just what he's like in his downtime, or whether he's under the effects of some kind of toxin or like he's been drugged or poisoned.
Roll
or
me a medicine, then, please. That would be wonderful.
He smoked. For sure he smoked.
I think they put something in that pipe of his.
Yeah.
He just likes having his downtime. I'm going to cast guidance on myself. That's a 14.
You look at his eyes. The pupils are dilated. You sniff the air and you are immediately climb off of the galloping cart. It's like, no, the avalanche took Arden. You walk over to the pipe and you sniff
He's so
at
fucking high.
this thing.
So high.
There is not a normal tobacco in here. This is a straight. Make me a nature check to see if you know what the heck this is.
Would I know?
High shit.
If you help, Arden may
Yeah.
have advantage.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna need that advantage.
I mean, here rather I do it.
The advantage didn't help.
Okay. What was the roll?
So the first roll. The first roll was a 5.
Mm-hmm.
The second roll was a natural 1.
So
I have a total of 7.
it is quite clearly
+4?
some sort of pipe weed. A +4.
What, you're going to give me a +4?
Yeah. To make
11.
it hopefully anything.
It's still just unobtainable from this small, already burnt sample as to what it is. But even as you just kind of have a light whiff of the already burnt substance, you feel your head even swim a little bit. You feel he's under the effects of some sort of
Poltergeist.
intoxication, maybe a mild hallucinogen.
I
Yes.
have a question that's a
And
mechanics question.
Sorry, I would assume that Barry is under the same effects.
We can't see
Barry's not
Barry.
in this room. Barry's nowhere
I
to be
thought for a
seen.
second Barry had just zapped his brain and Barry was
No.
in the
Well, oh, it's just him on his own.
Barry is
You
just him
cast
pretending to be
message.
a
You only
horse.
need to know where the you only have to have seen the person.
Oh no! So there really is a revolution going
Yeah,
on.
I cast message to Barry and he just went, "Revolution!" And I went, "Oh, you poisoned him, didn't you?" Legit. I have a question. Lesser Restoration gets rid of the poisoned condition.
Mhm.
That means he gets poison out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Would it work in getting things out of it that isn't necessarily poison?
I think so. For the sake of this
I
moment,
want
I
to
think you can-
immediately sober him up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
basically,
the
I'm going-
biggest slap round the face in
What's
terms
that
of
stuff they give people who are ODing that's like
smelling
immediately just
Smelling
Oh.
salts.
adrenaline or smelling salts.
Yeah, something
Well,
like that.
smelling salts is like to wake somebody up.
Yeah.
No,
Adrenaline
there's
is
like
to
an
keep the
actual
fucking
chemical,
heart
and I
going.
can't remember it right now.
You can
I
have
Begins
know
with
what
a
it
adrenaline
K.
is, but
straight
I don't
into-
have the name.
You know what I
adrenaline you
mean? They
can
give
have
it to
in
like
straight to the chest.
it's like immediate sober up chemical. It's a thing.
As a
I had to
chemist, I had
do
to
it.
synthesize that.
I can't remember the
That
word
was
for
not
it.
fun.
But I look at this like thingy man who's pretending to be a horse, and I go into my bag and I pull out the crossbow, and like like the trank guns from the Serengeti. Just-
Yeah. It hits him in the side of the neck. And like the force of it knocks him over into a bookcase. The chaise lounge tips over, books collide and tumble on top of him. And he's like all is still and quiet in the room.
I
It
walk
just
up to him and
basically
just
looks like Ray has harpooned your host in the neck
Oh,
with a
no.
dart, with
And
an
this is
arrow.
when this is when we get a knock at the door.
well, it's
So we've
less.
just knocked
It's
out
more like
our host.
like a little trank dart.
Yeah,
than
but it
anything
came
like-
from your crossbow. So whether people
True.
can in the air see a dart or a crossbow bolt,
True. It is
it flies
literally.
very fast.
It quite literally can cast catapult and fire things that are like 20 pounds.
Yeah, exactly. So it's fast, powerful. Yeah, and just there's a collapse and then a oh, what? Where?
You're all right, mate.
Oh, good morning.
I
Did
just
you
put
did you
the
sleep
blanket
well?
over him. Yes, mate. You seem to have drunk a little too much last night.
I did.
As he wakes up, just naked in the middle of a
Yeah.
thing.
Your scales are showing.
Oh, I am sorry.
I just hold up a blanket and put it over
It's
top of him.
Fine.
He just unfolds a book. Yes.
Which book is it? Which book is it?
It turns out it's one of the smut ones that's fallen out from behind the back of the shelf.
Yeah, lusty Argonian mates. We don't need to know. I think
It's
you
fine.
should get yourself measured up. I think you should get yourself checked up quite soon.
Yeah, don't worry about the
because
visual.
we're
I'm
pretty sure the king's
used to
calling
it.
for us soon.
Who provides you with your tobacco?
I have stores and my own private cash.
Do you
Yeah.
ever enjoy something a little bit more exotic, or?
No, I'm not like one of those daft halflings.
Yeah.
I think Barry might have switched out some of your stash.
Barry, why would he do such a thing?
You might want
don't
to try
know.
to find him
Krelor,
quickly.
Yes.
and I just take the dart out from his neck.
Oh, that hurt.
I found you pretending to be a horse in the library, butt naked.
He takes in the situation, looks at himself, then kind of pushes the chaise.
I drop the tassel, which was from his robe. That was the reins. I drop it.
Arden, do you have the pipe?
Pick it up.
I have expertise in alchemist's tools. Can I figure out what defect I give him?
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm a herbalist. I should have been able to figure that out as well.
Just rolled shit.
I just rolled a natural one.
May
It doesn't matter what I'm proficient in.
You can, yeah. Let's have it from
What
the
should
other
I roll?
angle. A medicine. No, nature.
Okay, nature, double the proficiency.
And Krelor, as you're doing this, kind of just pushes the chaise lounge back onto its feet, and it rolls a little bit. Oh, I remember somewhat. What's that roll, right?
I'm still working it out. 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah. Nyala is by Roken, like, and looking the whole situation like, you see, this is the kind of shit we've been dealing with for 2 months.
Rook's literally just there, like, what?
23.
Fuck?
I know, but I messed up my pluses.
23.
What happened when
I
you
rolled a
when you
13
leave?
plus 8 time with proficiency doubled.
Oh God, that's even more.
Yeah,
So-
more. So lots. Yeah, nearly 30. So, yeah, you know what this is, Ray. As you look into this pipe and look at the remnants, it is a kind of weed, but it's not, as Krello has assumed, a halfling brew. You remember this growing subterraneously when you were back learning your skills at Motten Cop. That kind of way.
Do I remember the name?
Underdark weed.
It had lots of different names, but the most common name that you know for
I
this
rather suspiciously give him a street name for a drug.
is called. They knew it as Molly's Bluff.
In Molly. God.
Molly.
Molly. Molly? And I just give him his pipe back. I suggest you burn it in a different room.
Molly's Bluff.
DM, would I know about this specifically from my time at the sea?
The street name doesn't come to you, and because when you looked at it, the remnants were too far gone.
But I have a weird history that only comes out sometimes.
Yeah.
Molly's Bluff.
What's that? That's Molly. I know what Molly looks like. Everyone looks at Ray.
Of
Ray,
course, the
did
artificer who sits in dark rooms all night doing machinations is the one that knows.
Just
what's going on.
drawing mandalas and
How do you think I
strange,
figured out how to make a robot dragon?
strange cogs and that's definitely
I tell you
Molly.
what would be a great idea. I tell you what would be a great idea, man. A fucking robot dragon. Yeah.
They think monks know enlightenment. They've never tried Molly's bluff.
Oh, that would be fun.
I just love that Nyala's been looking at Ray saying, "You're not allowed alcohol, you're not even fully grown." And I just go, "That's Molly," and I just give it back to Arden. And Nyala's like, "The fuck?"
Arden's just stood there with this fucking thing, just like, drugs?
Yeah, give me that.
I don't know the proper name for it, but back where I'm from, they call it Molly. And I put his robe back on right to him.
Nell's going to give it a whiff, see if she
Just
has ever smelled
subterranean.
it before.
Don't do that.
It's in its burnt state right now. You've never.
Yeah, but I'm scared. I'm scared that Nyala's gonna have to go talk to the king while she's high.
Should I
Imagine
make
if
you
we
make?
all end up going to the king while we're all high.
Make checks.
Has this room been hotboxed?
Make checks.
I mean,
oh no.
So who has been
Great
examining it?
talking.
I think Arden, Ray, and Nyala need con checks.
Oh no. Checks.
Can I just say one thing?
Saves. Yeah,
that adds to. Can I say one thing that adds to Ray's backstory? Ray has proficiency in Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
That came out somehow.
Is Zara in the room?
She has not been looking at this thing, and neither
George.
has Rook.
I know, but is she in the room?
She's in the room.
So that we get the
I feel like
you know what I
the
mean?
room's been hotboxed.
That's
gave
only
me
for
advantage.
Aura of the Sentinel. That's like.
Oh, if we're within a certain distance of her, we get an advantage. Oh, we get a bonus.
Also, Arden, aren't you immune to poisons?
Yeah.
Oh, I am. Yeah, I'm immune.
Yeah, you are.
Mine.
Yeah, but because of your little thing, technically I have advantage on Constitution, remember?
Okay, let's have these contours.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have a 22.
You have a 22?
I would like to say one thing. Yes, I'm used to smoking Molly. Do you want to know the actual reason? Because I rolled a nat 20 for a 26.
Oh yeah, you've been blazing Molly in
Basic
the dark.
bitch shit.
You and Miss,
but I rolled a 14.
You and Miss Molly
How
go
is it descended to
way
this?
back.
How is it descended to this?
You and Miss Molly
I know
go
that.
way back, spending many a nights with her caressing.
You and that sweet Mary Jane.
On his sonic screwdriver, there's a little secret button where you press it and a little tube comes out one end and a little pipe pops up the other.
He's definitely built a pipe into there. So when he meets halflings, he's just like, "What's up, blood?"
What's up?
No.
What's up?
Because it's an. 1 second. It's an actual thing because my sonic screwdriver works as a full set of alchemist's tools.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's even worse.
Oh my god.
It's like a bomb. It's a bomb.
Even worse.
Worse than that, it's got a built-in Molly lab.
Synthesize his own or purify it.
Yeah, it works as a full set of alchemist's tools.
Oh my god.
It's
I'll
about
come back, George.
you managed to
I'll
shake
come
your
back.
heads clear, all of you. The Molly in this is burnt, and the fumes are not strong enough at this point to even intoxicate Arden with a 14. However, you can see Krellor is looking a little bit ruddy-eyed, and it's at this point you suddenly hear trumpets.
Oh god.
Pete,
Yes.
you know when I sent you my backstory and every now and then it's just like time skip stuff happens?
That's when you've been smoking the Molly.
I haven't rolled that bit, turns out blackout. That's what I'm going to say.
You hear trumpets and you hear a booming voice, louder than a normal voice would do. You think some magic is involved here, those who are proficient in the arcane. A prestidigitated voice booms out. Your carriage awaits for your trip to meet the King of Norn. Hurry. Do not
Krellor?
dally.
Krellor, do you have to come with us?
Probably not.
I
don't think that's
Very
a good
much
idea.
hope not.
I gave you a thing to counteract the majority of the bad.
He goes, I hope not. I've got an awful lot of books to pick up. And he looks down and he covers the book with his hands. As he realizes the smutty title of the book.
May I
We're
borrow
gonna
that
go
one?
talk to the king, and I'm pretty sure none of us are gonna speak of this.
I would be grateful. I will
Cool.
find out where Barry is.
Right.
As I leave the room, I cast a message towards Barry again and
Mhm.
go, "Come on, man, spiking a dude isn't cool. Don't do that. That's rude."
You
Waste
get
a good one, eh?
you just get a brief image in your head rather than words. You just get this.
Just
Fucking hell.
But the thing is, it's just
Cobalt
it's just
Yes,
three.
It's
Just
this.
three.
It's basically this, but a fist.
Just three.
That look.
And you are led out. You walked your way down outside, and there is
I have a headache.
there is
I
a
promise I'm
lush
sober.
there is a lush, beautiful carriage drawn. My like very thick Shire horse haired type horses at the front, big thick coats.
Before we go, like, Niall's going to wait to everyone to go a bit, like, and she's going to pop her head, like, can I borrow that book?
Krelor stands with that book over him, swaps it for another one, and passes you a copy of the book.
Thank you.
You can put into your inventory one book of Dragonborn smut.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I think Lusty Argonian Mange is a really good one for that one.
To be fair, it was a long time coming.
I will find a title. I will write a title for this Dragonborn smut book for next week. I just on the spot
Kinky
right now.
kobold.
Yeah, Kinky Kobold. I like that. Or suggestions. That's it. We'll do like a
Oh,
best
no.
of in the group. Best titles for a Dragonborn book of smut. In
Deal.
the main chat. And that is where we shall end our session for today, everybody, with Nyala gaining the most powerful item she's ever gained, Dragonborn smut.
Dragonborn smut.
Thank you guys for playing.